Ah, crap. Alright. I'm having some freezing problems with this game where it just stops responding, and then I have to close it. So I guess I'm restarting this entire day? I restarted my computer, so I'm hoping it goes away. But, yeah, I have to start the day over. So I figured I'd try this gloomy cave, because there's a faint wisp of smoke coming from it. There's a dark cave entrance visible on the hillside. We think we saw a faint wisp of smoke coming from it, but it's gone now. Click. I'm gonna try setting them there. Please stop freezing, game. I'm gonna start getting really confused if I have to, like, Groundhog Day this game long term. Okay, so I'll show you guys what I found reassuring. It says my food ration gain is larger than my consumption, even with my increased population, which I find encouraging. Apparently the hothouse and stuff like that makes enough food between the Hunter's Net Hut and the hothouse that I can outpace what's going on here. I do have a sickness problem though, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismiss all of these sick workers and refill it, and then dismiss the sick worker, then refill it. There we go. Same thing goes for the hothouse. Just because it's affecting their efficiency, and we're on the brink of not being able to keep our population fed, and we're just on the edge. So until I can get better stuff, I need to stock these places exclusively with healthy people, or we're gonna get into some real trouble, like some real trouble. How are we doing on technology? What I wanted to do, so this wall drill's bizarre. It's a fun idea. The idea is you drill into the walls of this crater, and that you like are gonna uncover the forests that are inside the crater's walls, basically. It's a neat idea, I'll give them that. Supposedly the difference between a sawmill and a wall drill is that a wall drill has infinite resources, and a sawmill you place somewhere and then it just keeps going until whatever you put it on gets used up, which is kind of a bummer. But I can't make a wall drill because it requires steam cores, and I'm not able to do that. So let's go ahead and start researching a sawmill. Is going to be the way I go. So there's a few things I've done. In particular, let's see. I definitely want to keep people going. So I have a lot more people now than I did before due to all the new people. So I want to make good use of all that if I can. Basically just maxing out on gathering. So that's all wood over there. Let's get more wood over here. I definitely want wood because I want to craft, because one thing that's really going to help me out here is I want to make the care house. Search for others. Our people found a trail leading to the wilderness. We should follow it. We must find other people and ask them for help to secure our survival. So that's them pointing me to go that way. It's the next thing they want me to go after, but I want to try this just because it says there's people there. I don't know. They're both vague. Near them had signs of movement. This one had a wisp of smoke. Maybe you should go that way because the story's pointing you that way, but I wanted to try the gloomy cave regardless. I'm trying to retrace my steps. I haven't played too much of the day, but I have played some of the day before, and I'm trying to redo that. Where are we in the Book of Laws? I think it's about to be ready. Yeah. We'll wait for that to run out real quick, and then I can sign a new a new law into the books. Freeze. Alright. So this is now available after overcrowding. It's triage. We'll be able to dedicate all our efforts to healing those who can recover quickly at the cost of sacrificing the more severely ill. Yeah, that's terrifying. So if you use the triage ability, 2/3 of people instantly heal, but 1/4 of them die instantly. That's pretty fucked. But no, this is what I did last time. I got the care house, which is neat. Basically, it makes people a bit happier, a little more hope, and you're containing all of the gravely ill people in this building, where they'll hopefully be able to hold out until we can get better help for them. They eat half as much, and they'll be kept alive. But I just need to get to the next tier. I need to move forward in my technology until I'm able to afford, until I can finally get that one item that will allow me to, what's it called? The medical facility? Medical, whatever it is. The next medical building should hopefully be able to actually treat people, but I can't do that, so I'm gonna go for care house.
New law. A new law has passed.
Let's see its requirements. Health, there we go. 30 wood. So I'm just gonna have to let people gather for a bit, and then hopefully I'll be able to put people in a care house. Don't worry, I haven't gotten much further than this in my previous attempts. It's just the crashing's been a problem. So we're gonna push forward until I get 30 wood, basically. And then once I have 30 wood, I can build the care house, and suddenly we'll have a significantly better situation as far as the discontent goes, because yeah, here's our list of negative things. We need to deal with corpse disposal, which I can't do until I do the next law. But this one will help me with bad health care and overcrowded medical facilities. And then hopefully as we expand, we can deal with cold at home and lack of shelter and stuff like that. I want to add more buildings, but I also need more technology in order to be able to develop the ability to... There's so much shit going on here. I need to up my mining of coal, so I need to make a mining thing here for coal. But right now I'm dealing with the wood one for a bit. Then once I have the mining of coal set up, then I can upscale my power outward, then I can expand out. It's overwhelming, crazy ass game. Apparently steel just got depleted, so there's a bunch of people that are now wandering around. I'll send them here. That's more steel. Just gotta keep people going and keep people employed for now. Let's see, the wood crates is still busy. Let's keep moving forward in time until I get 30 wood, please. I want to build that care house. Both because I need it for the medical situation and because I want to get back to where I left off before the crash happened, which was shortly after I made a care house. There we go. Let's get building. So this is a good inclusion, because once it's built, it actually counts as me fulfilling my promise about how I said I was going to deal with all the sick people that are all around the area, and building the care house actually helps with that. Let's see. We are going to need more tents. There's not enough room here, unfortunately. The closest I can get inside this ring, there's one slot here. So might as well build one there. Sawmill researched. Build a sawmill near frozen trees and start cutting them down for wood. So there's frozen trees. There's frozen trees. We've researched that. Should probably do the coal mining. A coal mine requires the thing, whereas a coal thumper does not. Goes into underground coal deposits. We need 3 more wood before I can start research, but I'm going to want to make that too. Let's keep going forward until I get a bit more wood. There we go. Coal thumper. Surprisingly quick research there. I'm going to want to max out... Well, I want a lot more wood in general, but I'm going to need to craft these things so that I can get more sustainable wood sources, because we're running out of the wood crates. And oh boy, I want to make a second research thing, because it'll speed up research by 30%, but also I need faster resource acquisition in order to make this work in the first place. Care house promise fulfilled. A care house has been established in accordance to the new law. Hope rises. So, this is the care house. And it really paints a grim picture for my base right now, because apparently 19 people are staying there, which reduces the homelessness problem significantly, actually, because a lot of them are staying here and they will use less food, but boy does it paint the picture of how desperately I need to set up for a proper infirmary, or, because there's just so many sick people. Oopsie. Let's see. So what I desperately want is an infirmary, but in order to get that, I need drafting machines, which is the next tier. It's a lot of wood and a lot of... it's a lot of wood and it's a lot of steel, but not an insurmountable amount. So once I make, in particular, my sawmill, it might be more reasonable. Speaking of which, let's check the resources required to make a sawmill, now that I can do that. 10 wood. See, not so big of a deal. Might start doing that the moment I get these next couple of, wood. Oh. The wood crates were depleted. There's more of them over here. Don't click on the person. There we go. Keep that one going, but I'm gonna need a sawmill. Oh boy, these things have range. Oh. Building here will destroy resources. What is that? Coal deposit. Is that underground? Is that the implication? Huh. So you're supposed to build it somewhere, but you're supposed to build it, like, adjacent to the stuff? So, like, right there? More or less? That's interesting. But I need to then also build the street. Is that the auto generation of streets right there? I guess that's one way to build streets. Yeah. So I need 10 wood if I want to connect to the central base. Not crazy. Let's unpause. Oh, I can't do that while it's happening. I need wood to happen. See, everyone's working right now. No, they're not. No, they're not. There's some random people standing around. I could just send them to coal or steel. So you're not maxed out. There, the last people will just go there for now. Don't want anyone standing around in the meantime. But please get me to 10. Oh no, not free time. Dang it. The day is over. I just needed a bit more and then to be able to get busy with this. Are they building it? Oh cool, they're building it even though there's no street. I like how they go through the cleared snow in order to get there. That's a really cool detail, how they go through the snow the other ones have already cleared. I like that. Area effects, let's read about that. Amputees. That's not what the new thing has said. People may become amputees as a result of serious frostbite, work accidents, or other mishaps, or after becoming gravely ill and being saved by radical treatment. The amputees can't work, but they still need to be housed or fed. Later in the game, you can research upgrades that will help you find solutions to this problem. So the amputee... So if I did the stuff where amputees are supposedly a fix, then like all the people that become amputees are just people that sit around anyway, so I might as well just use a care house, I feel like. The care houses carry 20 people for half rations. Area of effects. There are two types of buildings with area effects. Some buildings, like sawmills, have an area from which the resources can be gathered, and some others, the area in which they can affect people, houses of prayer, or the field kitchen. Okay. Streets. All structures in the city must be connected to the generator with streets, otherwise they won't function. To build a street, open the construction panel and click the street thing. Yeah, 1 wood per section, so that's why I need the wood so badly. But I'm waiting for that, and it looks like I'm gonna have to wait a bit longer because the day is over. At least they'll arrive soon, and at least my food situation's doing alright. You're fine. They just don't have food to process yet. That's fine. For the moment, I'm just gonna have to wait. They've built this place, which is nice, but I need streets before I can do anything with it. There's the hunters. Every now and then you see hunters wander off into the snow without ever clearing the snow, which is really trippy, how they just walk through the floor like that. Ah, they're not at maxed out efficiency. Is somebody sick? Or no, there's just 2 people that aren't stationed there. Oh well. Illness and healthcare. Is that new too? I'm not sure. Now I've seen the illness and healthcare one before. Alright, well, Well, nothing to do right now, I don't think, besides wait. At maximum waiting time. I don't know why somebody's hungry. Only one sick person. This hasn't gotten better, has it? No, it's just the sick people are being taken care of, so they're not being counted as being a problem, I guess? But the patients are maxed out here. Even at double capacity. Scouts have reached the gloomy cave. Yes. This cave is or was inhabited. There are a number of footprints leading into its entrance. We should check to see if there's still someone alive up there. Yes. I would love to find survivors. Please don't, like, shoot us on sight or something. Those are fucking bears, aren't they? Oh. Beset by beasts. We can hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn toward us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. Oh shit. We gotta try, right? They will kill all the survivors if we fail. Whereas here, people in the cave will live, scouts will escort them to our city if they survive. I'm so sorry, scouts. I mean, you can... Yeah, it even says, like, they're at risk there. We would get 19 workers. Wait, is that 12 workers, 19 engineers, and 4 children? Like, that's a lot of people at the risk of 5 scouts. I hope it works out, guys. We're gonna risk attacking. We had to help the survivors. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave, all those people, it joined them, and together they drove the beasts away. Unfortunately, the scouts died of their injuries. Oh. The people they saved set out towards our city, guided by the maps made by the scouts. All the scouts died. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. The cave is a grisly scene. Bloody chunks of flesh and bones are strewn everywhere. The carcasses have been torn into unrecognizable shreds. It's impossible to tell human and animal remains apart. There's an unfortunate continuity to draw here, which is the fact that the people who, the person who was like, my husband and child were separated from me, we need to find them, is from the original scout team, so now that person is dead. It's not necessarily directly recognized by the game, but that was the same person ultimately. 5 of our people died. Are their bodies here to be disposed of? Or, I mean, they're not here, right? Unless they brought them here? Anyway, I think the next thing I want to do... I need to increase my sawmill production by connecting this via the road. But after that... Let's see. Let's fast forward for a while. So it is now 5 o'clock in the morning. As far as I can tell, I basically have to run forward until I get the 10 wood to build the road. But discontent is growing and I need to deal with all these problems. But I've got 110 people now, that's something. Man, waiting for you guys to wake up.
Work time. Get moving.
What was that sound? Oh, that's just them starting their day. Right. Discontent is growing. Come on, wood acquisition. Oh wait, no, I did it. That was it. Build street. There we go. Building streets. I worry about whether the placement of street parts is a bad idea or something. Alright, so I need to wait for the road. Come on, they're almost there. I just paused it again, didn't I? I pause it on accident sometimes and don't even notice because it's so identical looking when you pause the game. Is the road problem fixed or no? It's not connected to the generator. It is surprisingly hard to tell where the streets are sometimes. Let's see. There we go. That alleyway needed to be connected. I almost need a street view. That kind of is one, but it's just not easy to toggle to necessarily Thumper is researched. Is it still not connected in there? It says building streets, right? I think it's still just a work in progress. Let's check technology. So now the coal thumper is researched, so I can work on that. So that's we'll be set up for 2 renewable resources at that point. Charcoal kiln uses intense heat to char 70 wood per standard workday, producing 210 coal. Whereas this is 15% faster gathering. Might be worth getting out of the way before I go further in. Let's get faster gathering first. That's a no matter what increase to my efficiency of my whole base. I should really just do it. Fuck, is it becoming colder? I'm a little worried about that. Okay, now you're inoperative because there's no one working here. I was waiting for the road to complete. Oh, you can only man 10 people? That's fine. Alright. Can I get somebody less sick? Nah, they're only slightly sick. This is supposed to gather a lot of wood. That should be good. Otherwise, I'll have people still continuing here just to finish off that pile. Now, as my wood grows, I'm going to try to build a coal thumper. And then once these 2 basic resources are getting to me in larger quantities, I can start worrying about really expanding, hopefully. And the increased population coming in will hopefully add to that. Let's see. Coal thumper requires 15 wood before I can even look at it. You're also supposed to create 2 gathering posts. Is that true for you too, or? A lot of gathering posts. Coal's really important though. It keeps telling me about illness and healthcare again. I'm starting to feel like the game's judging me. Which, I mean, I would judge me too. Uh-oh, what does that mean? A note of thanks. Somebody has left a note at the care house. It reads, "Thank you. With all the work we have to do, it's so hard for families to properly care for an invalid. Places like this make life a little easier for us all. I'm glad I could be of help. I'm a little concerned about how I apparently have 20 invalids. That's like 20% of my population. That's why I want to get that research done as fast as I can. That reminds me. Workshop. 15 wood, 5 steel. I can actually afford that. That doesn't fit there? Oh. This is my next big priority, is I want my next workshop installed. Not adjacent to a street. There we go, and now we're out of wood. Hooray. Yeah, I want that workshop installed. I want a population working at it, because I need to speed up my researching. We'll see how that turns out. We have food, we have fuel. Things could be going worse, right? I say, knowing about all the sick people that are dying all the time. And we still have homeless people, just to add to the pile. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people would be safer if they all just slept in a circle around the furnace instead of even having houses, because they go so far away from the furnace in order to have a house. It's just teaching me about streets again. It says workflow, but then I click on it, it takes me to the generic screen instead of the specific one that was there. That just feels weird to me. Our wood's going up. Oh, right. I have to create a new unit. Let's see, this one just needs people. I can work on that. Yep, that's the engineers I had. I specifically have engineers around, so convenient. I can set them to be the workshop workers next. And I'm gonna need some food. I'm gonna need some wood. Promise broken. Oh shit. Down. Oh no, down with hope and up with the discontent. I didn't take care of that one heated house situation. God damn it. Discontent is now higher than hope. Temporary. Broken promise. I lost even more hope just for having high discontent. It's like a recursive system here. When those people arrive in like 8 hours, I can turn more of them into hunters, and then the more hunters means more food, hopefully, which then means I can give them better food to make them happier, I hope. I can also make another medical facility, perhaps. And when this book of laws is done right now, I can look into building a cemetery. This lets me raise hope. It's also not a place that people have to work in actively. Let's get the cemetery dealt with, because now I have bodies to be dealt with, and I want to do anything I can to reduce discontent. But yeah, the influx of people would definitely help. I feel like I'm going to say that a lot, and it's just going to feel more foolish every time I say it, basically. I need to make a new expedition group, which means reducing my population by 5 again. I really just gotta wait for those guys to arrive, and then I can add a new expedition group from their group. And also hunters. 20 wood. I was going to build a cemetery, 10 wood. There could only be one cemetery in the city. That's very specific. Does it fit in here? Because nothing else does. Not even a cemetery, huh? I just made a crucial, like, one... I just made a... Yeah, wow, I made an incredibly minor mistake on distance, didn't I? I'm gonna build it far away. In the next ring out. I don't want to waste the ring I'm already on. And there's already a road there, and it doesn't need to be heated, I assume, because it's a goddamn cemetery. There's that. At least after death, we'll be allowed to rest properly. I'm glad we'll treat the dead with dignity. Yeah, me too. But every positive change I make for the sake of us all feeling better keeps making us more fucked, so... it's not working out great for us, honestly. I can build another house, but the house is going to be in a crappier part of town where it's just colder and colder. That's not a great sign. But right now they're homeless. I'm not really fond of the idea. This feels relatively similar to this war of mine in that way. The constant dread, and that I feel like I'm constantly making a mistake. So if there's any hope to be found, it's that I succeeded in my first attempt at this war of mine. The cemetery has been established. Now we can put our dead to rest. Hope rises. But oh, look at that discontent go away. That much from the cemetery? I would have never predicted that. Alright, so when those guys arrive in 5 hours, I can send some of them out as being hunters, hopefully. Which means I can justify making normal food instead of soup, which will lower discontent. And then I can... the coldness is gonna have to wait for technology, but I can also work on the food situation. Yeah. Let's fast forward. Nothing's about to be ready. Let's just fast forward to 5 AM like it usually goes. No one just died. I think oh god, the sick number keeps changing so rapidly. Alarming. They're gonna be here in 20 minutes. If we keep at it, we'll see better days, I've no doubt. Our prospects aren't bad, we just have to endure a bit longer. What was that sound? Oh, there's something. Survivors reached the city. Sir, a group of survivors has reached our city. They are tired, they'll need a place to rest, a bite to eat, and perhaps some medical attention, but they're ready to lend a hand however they can. Can't wait to see what they do to my numbers everywhere. in all sorts of negative ways. Alright, we need to set up those coal thumpers and stuff like that, because it's time to really up my coal use. But I need to do it, but I also am worried about the right now they're not that discontent. It's dropped significantly, so I should probably de-emphasize my progress there. And deal with resources so I can upscale and deal with heat. 15 wood for a coal thumper. All we can do for that is wait. Let's max out production there. 'Cause you're already populated, right? Yeah. Efficiency is 0%. That's just because, yeah, it's just not opened yet. The steel wreckage. I'm out of wood, right? It's just that one? Let's see, if they can go all in on wood, I can make another expedition team, which I probably should do. Unfortunately, the wood is gone, right? There must be 5 citizens and enough wood. Wood 40. It's so faded and red that it's hard to read. So the wood has to happen first. Shit. That's the reason why I made that thing, is because I need wood desperately. 14 other people need jobs still. Oh wait, I need to... Let's see, new people definitely means I need to make food. 20 wood for a hunter's hut, god damn it. I'm out of wood to gather too. No, we just gotta wait. You guys get busy on the wood production, huh? Just gonna sit here and hover over the spacebar in case something goes wrong.
Back to work.
Faster gathering researched. Cool. I think it's time to wait for drawing boards. I mean, drafting machines. 75 wood, 25 steel. Can't wait. Let's see, I think I need to use that food on a hunter's hut. If I don't get busy with the hunter's hut, we're gonna actually be... I assume we're gonna be at a negative on food now, right? Food ration gain is 103, consumption's 143. Yeah. I need a hunter's hut because our new population means we need more food. Yeah, the negatives are rearing their heads. And building closer to the middle is getting harder over time. So that's built there, which means we need a street there. I think I was able to do that. Alright. That still leaves us... Let's see, a hunter's hut is... Where's my last one? God, it's... it's getting hard to keep track of my layout now. Hunter's hut. This one's actually not maxed out? Oh, because I'm down to just engineers. And they only man workers. Let's see. Dismiss, 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 dismiss. Hunter's hut, max that shit out. I'm trying to send all my engineers to the sawmill because I need the workers to work the hunting area. That's an issue. Right, I've kind of acquired an influx of engineers now too, with what recently happened. Coal pile depleted. Send them there next then. Don't want to stop getting coal. Although, yeah, our coal's going down. But still only 6 coal here. Some of these places are hotter than I'd expect. Hmm. Do I just wait, or do I spend them on something else in the meantime? Ooh, this would use up steel instead, which is something I actually am fine on. So, sawmills go up by 25% efficiency. Let's go for that, while I wait for my wood situation to improve. That many homeless people. Why is it? It's telling me about research again. I think it's just trying to give me relevant things all the time. There's just so many pop-ups over here. I just don't want to miss the ones that are important. Nope, 8 people aren't working right now. That one's fully stocked. That one's fully stocked. The hothouse is fully stocked. 0 out of 15 in the hunter's hut. Requires at least 1 worker. Let's max that out. I'm being really inefficient with some of these allocations. There we go. Get the engineers on wood. So now we have 15 workers here. I don't want to sit there and take people out one by one, so I clear the entire thing, fill the one that needs to be a specific thing, then refill the ones that have the more versatile stocks, basically. Alright, so now I've got that hunter's hut back there. And then the new one I built? Is that the original one? Tent. Oh, they're right next to each other. That's why I was confused. I need to learn to recognize some of these buildings a little bit. Alright, everyone's working again. Already halfway done with technology. What does the economy think of my new building? Okay, food rations are now a net positive. We're good there. That's what I was worried about. We're now making enough food for everybody. We have 7, and so the red symbol is untreated sick people. Because those are the people that are treated. God. 19 people are stuck like indefinitely. There's like 10 people that are sick right now that will probably recover, but 19 people are just stuck. I need to get that upgrade. It's just a constant reminder of like why I need this why I need the wood to reach like 75, and then I can research the next tier, and then I can research hospitals. It's because I need to deal with the horrifying situation of our current. Oh shit! The Book of Laws just finished. I think it just did. Ceremonial funerals. Those who give their lives in service to the city deserve the highest honor. We will give our dead ceremonial funerals to inspire the living. After introducing this law, blah blah blah. Loss of hope caused by deaths is halved. That's nice, but I'm trying to avoid the deaths if I can. Prosthetics. Everyone wants to contribute to the survival of our city. If we can bring amputees back to full fitness, we should do it. That's cool, but I don't have amputees yet. I don't have a single amputee in my society. I'm sure that there'll be some kind of industrial accident eventually where something sad happens. I mean, I'm making the... So far everyone's been gathering by hand, but I'm starting to make real things that will hopefully be factories and stuff, but that probably means someone's gonna become an amputee, unfortunately. A fighting arena is kind of tempting. Evening bouts reduce discontent. Let's get the fighting arena. Just try to keep everyone happy if I can.
New law in the city.
I'm probably not going to buy the fighting arena until I have the resources I need. Where is it though, people? Fighting arena. 20 wood, 10 steel. Not super expensive. I'm going to make sure I have enough for this first though. The evening's coming soon. Okay, here we go. I just finished researching the sawmill upgrade, so that's more efficient now. Let's get the drafting machines going. There we go, the next tier. I need upgraded hospitals so we can be all better, hopefully. Treat everyone better. Now I'll save, now let's see if I can reach 20 wood before the workday ends. Because if that happens, then I can get this fighting arena set up and we can start this whole discontent reduction thing. Fights can be organized here, lowering discontent. Really running out of spaces in some of these spots. It's gotta be getting cold out there, right? That's the closest I can get to a street that already exists. I need more wood. Am I gonna get more wood before the day ends? That might be enough. There we go. I think I did it. Alright, now we wait. No one is currently unemployed. 7 untreated people is a bummer. I don't know why 5 people are hungry right now. I feel like I've set up for that. We're out of wood, but we have a thing for that. Go away, saying we're out of wood. We have wood right now. We're past that point. Everyone build that fighting arena so everyone can be happier. Oh, those wood crates are gone. Now it's just the sawmill. Alright. I probably want to make another sawmill next. To deal with the fact that that one's gone. What's this? Heating problem, cold homes. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperature in their homes. They quite sensibly point out that it's easy to fall ill when it's cold, and ask you to address the problem. I have 2 days to eat 2 houses. I don't want to raise discontent, but I might fail to promise to. I'm not set up for heating people right now. I wonder if I should just not. I think I'm just gonna say that I won't address this right now. I want to fix it long term, so I hope to do that. But if I break my promise, then it just gets worse. I don't want to break my promise. So we'll get a bit of discontent right now. But the broken promise hurt way more if I remember correctly. Or at least it hurt me on the inside. Finish that thing up? Yeah, fighting arena has been established in accordance to the new law. Hope rises. Look at all that hope we've got.